My desire is to meet with you and just talk heart to heart. Oh, I wanna share my heart, yeah. I got a lot of things on my mind, but much more than that I wanna hear. I praise you, I will lift you up, no matter what the people say. I will lift you up, no matter what comes my way. I will lift you up, no matter the circumstance, and I will lift my hands.
Samuel Medas, a young gospel artist, continues to lift God up in his music as he launched his first solo album, Heart to Heart. The 23-year-old resides in the community of Stewartville with his parents who were pastors, Peggy and Charles Medas, and also his siblings, Jasper, Peter, and Jason. Growing up with a Christian background is responsible for his successes today, Samuel said.
At an early age, I learned to appreciate God and his place in my life. It's never been about secular music. It's always been about Christian and gospel music.
The young artist said as a child he was mostly interested in playing the keyboard and did not really like singing because his peers would tease him about his voice, which they thought sounded feminine. As he grew older, he said he began to appreciate his voice more and started performing at several churches and concerts more often.
And I remember in 2004 was the first time I sang with my cousin. It was at a cinema with a lot of people. And I sang my first song that was an original. It's called Praise You. And the response was overwhelming. And I think then is when I really began to take music seriously and say I could do something with this.
Samuel partnered with his cousin and wrote a number of songs. Then they went on to form a group which was called Cross Carriers.
We decided that we were going to record our first song. We knew nothing about recording whatsoever. But we had friends in Georgetown and they had a studio, so we decided, we didn't even have money. And going into music was something unheard of for a country child. So, but my parents believed in me. My aunts believed in me, so they gave us the money and said, go and record this song. And it was like this trophy for us.
Samuel always dreamt of producing a solo album of his own, and now that it is completed, he's very grateful to God. He said the name was chosen because he wanted to paint an intimate picture between man and God.
So I wanted to be a voice in my generation that's reaching out for something more, that knows that there's something more out of life, and also to represent the voice of God because he's ever present, and hopefully through the album bridge the gap between my generation that's longing for something more and the answer of a God that loves us.
Many people receive their inspiration when writing music from various sources or in various places. For Samuel, his inspiration comes whenever he's doing laundry.
Whenever I would wash clothes, I'd be deep in thought, and I'd get a lot of lines and verses and melodies.
I guess he has lots of clean clothing to go with his new album, Heart to Heart. The album comprises of 15 songs. He noted that the album is just the beginning of what he has planned for the future, and he hopes to continue producing music for the rest of his life.
I feel like I could make a difference. I feel like I could be a pioneer for something that Ghana is going to benefit from in the future. That's why I'm giving it my all.
Samuel teaches music at Foundation 7 and is also a student at the University of Guyana, majoring in English. He said it is a challenge to study and produce music.
But I love music so much that I took a year off because it was hard to do music and study at the same time, which people thought was crazy, but now they're talking differently. Now that they're seeing what the album is adding up to, they're seeing my vision, but I saw it in my head before.
Bringing hope to people through his music and the ability to impact the lives of many is what Samuel said he is most proud of. The country boy, as he refers to himself as, said that he is also grateful for being a part of a humble family and is happy that he can be a role model for youths in his community and around Guyana. His message to young people is that God has already placed everything inside of you to succeed, and it is you who have to tap into what He has given to you and put it to use.
And a lot of the songs these days talks about ghetto youths and the system fighting with them. Stop looking at the system, stop looking at what's not there, and use what you have to go further. We all have talents. We all have the ability to excel. But it all lies on our ability to rise above what is the norm.
But my meditation is how you made this word of war. Listen, now we can play the blame game. We can toss the system out, love to point fingers. When we don't figure out that deep inside of us, we have all we need to go further. God is placed inside of us long before we were born. The ability to conquer and weather any storm. And if you listen like me, you'll hear the voice of the Father calling you to come up higher. You got to come up higher. There's a whole other place for you to live. Change your thinking and just come up higher. Come up higher.
The 23-year-old has dreams of owning a record label and assisting Guyanese youths like him to develop the local talent. He said the only time the youths have an opportunity to shine is when the jingle competition comes around, and that's not enough.
I'd like to have a music academy in Guyana. Matter of fact, I'm soliciting sponsorship right now for all these dreams that I have because I want it to come to pass. I am so serious about it.
The young artist said there's definitely a place for Guyana in the music industry. And the more people begin to appreciate their local artists and music, the more they will be recognized and their value increased.
Sometimes I end up hurting you again and again and again and again. And sometimes when the world is done condemning my soul, yeah, I just really need to know that you're near. So Jesus, will you open up?
Samuel Medas has started on his journey towards success. Producing his first solo album is a testimony to that. He is excited about his future and pledges to continue to honor God with the gift he has bestowed on him, an inspiring voice.